Oh. What? Testing. 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 Back. I never heard her. I never heard you, Tammy. Can you guys hear me now? The lag is stupid. Everything's stupid. You guys don't even know what a bad day we had around here. Everything's dumb. Well, in good news, I'm here now. In bad news, our amazing MC, Madeline Gilbert, is getting the shaft because this doesn't work. I want this to work for her, though. It's just really not the time to try and figure it out, is it? I feel bad because she was kind of like, I want to pack. And I was like, you can't pack. You need to work for me. And now I'm like, well, since you're not working for me, you should do a headshot. I do previews sometimes. They're not very good. Should we give Madeline Gilbert a round of applause for an A for effort? I think that's what we should do. Because that was hardcore A for effort. I know you did a headshot, but I want another one. I never stop wanting them. And in good news, I have 2 whole weeks to figure out how this is going to work now. It's not my fault. See, what happened is I have been avoiding upgrading to the El Capitan system of Macintosh operating system for like a year or something, however long it's been. And I finally got tired of the little red button. You know, people who they don't check their emails or their Twitter notifications or whatever on their phones, and it has the little red button that says like, "Oh, you have 4,000 notifications." I can't stand that. Like all notification little red numbers have to go away. So I got tired of the little red number that was telling me I needed to update. So I finally updated. I had no reason to think it was going to make this stop working, and I didn't think to do a test because we just did this last Friday. So that was a rude awakening at 7:01. Whoops. I should just delete the whole computer. All of it. Gone. Because I'm mad at it today. Everything's a little bit weird in my life at the moment. I have a family staying with me that normally they live in Japan. It's very nice that they're here, except for the link between the families, which is me and my brother. He's not here, and so his family's just kind of here, and my family's just kind of here, and it's kind of just like we're all just not talking to each other. It's very weird. Today's word is stupid. Everything is stupid today. Anyway, I guess I'm doing race previews today because Skype isn't being friendly. First up, in 6 minutes, we have the Baltimore Special. And this race came up very nicely. It's no Dubai World Cup, but that's okay because all the nice horses kind of went there. So we like that. That makes us happy. One thing that I noticed for the first time, that on our little past performances that I love so much, on our dates, we say year 44, week 5, and the track. We don't say year 44, week 5, what the heck day it was. So I don't know if these races were run on Mondays or Wednesdays or Fridays. So that's trickery. I think we probably did that because if we said Friday, then for some people it wouldn't be Friday. But for me right now, that's confusing. So now we only have 5 minutes. Horse number 1 is Can We Be Together, which is a Mike Eaton horse. He has 3 colt older dirt routers that are all like sneaky nice, and sometimes they don't win, and then randomly they'll be like, no, we win everything. This one was last seen running 4th in a grade 1 in Puerto Rico-ish, and he has not won since week 13 of last year. He's never won a stakes race, but that's okay because he might today. Because he's fast. He runs high 80s and low 90s often. So he could today be his day. After last weekend, I would believe anything. Any long shot could happen. Next up, we have Mordejai. Maybe. If Allie's here, tell me what that really is. He's coming off a win in the Ramses Stakes, which was a listed race in Japan. Nope, Jamaica. Reading is hard. And he actually has won 4 of his last 5 races and run second by a neck, so he's going the right way for Allie Hedgestone. Next up, we have Nick, who's named after my cat and costs $10 million as a yearling. Nick is by Grant out of Harmony, which was also one of my cats. And Nick is coming off a win in a grade 3. He's won 3 of his last 4. His only loss recently came to D.I. Hardy, and D.I. Hardy is not here. So, Nick is probably the favorite so far. Next up, we have Center of Time, who's a grade 2 winner for Scott Island. This horse costs $1.6 million, and he is coming off a win in the grade 2 Suburbia over I Am Sam I Am and Antioch. And I know that I Am Sam I Am was running tonight too. Perhaps more impressively than that, just one start before that, Center of Time finished second by only a length to Tahoe in a sponsored grade 1. So Center of Time going the right way. Next up, we have Cloth, who is a 6-year-old gelding. I clicked on this horse earlier today because I was like, who the heck is Cloth? And he's one of those older horses that is now, I think, actually freak level because he's really been improving. You can kind of tell because his speed figures went from 42, 65, 72, 65 to he ran an 84 last out. Weirdly enough, he actually ran week 3 and week 4 of this year, so then he got a 3-week break, and he is back, but he is a former $32,000 claimer stepping into grade 1 company. Next up, we have Nothing Face. We're still waiting for Nothing Face to break through with a big grade 1 win. He is very fast. He's been known to run low 90 speed figures. He's coming off of a 3rd place finish to mile and 1/8 specialists in the grade 1 Hot Springs. Last year, he finished 4th in the Japan Trophy Dirt. It's hard to tell what this horse's favorite distance is. Is he a mile and 1/8 horse? Is he a mile and a quarter horse? His sire says long, his dam says short. So we're trying the middle distance today. 2 more minutes. I need to go faster. Sword of Justice is a long shot in here, coming off 6 straight losses. He was 9th in the Gelding World Cup. This year he has been 3rd and 2nd, so he is improving off of last year. He's actually been facing a lot of the horses that are in this race in previous stakes attempts for Ronnie D. Next up is Scanlon, and this was our champion 2-year-old 2 years ago. He won the Stewards Cup Juvenile over Tahoe and Be Prepared, and we know that they went on to be good. He has not really had a chance to break through since then, although he did win 2 grade 2s last year as a 3-year-old. This year he's been kind of dull, finishing 4th and 7th in back-to-back grade 1, so will this be the one that fixes it? Could be. Lastly, we have Salute, a $12 million purchase who is surely to be a nice sire. This is the rambling son of Just One Kiss. He's only earned back $1 million. He has a brand new cute headshot. He's won 10 of 18, so he's always right there, and you know he'll be out on the lead. Hold on. ah, 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 ah. Sorry. The ahing was that I accidentally started playing a song because I hit the play button while I was coughing. Okay, so it's post time for the specialty guy. The Baltimore Special, which always produces some nice older horses that are not week 6 candidates, which I kind of love. Betting pool closes at $38,000. That changed when I clicked. And the pick 6 is now closed, so don't be trying to bet that now. Okay, it's post time. They're off in the special. Nick steadied slightly, but it was a good start. Nick is rushed up and hustled hard. Nothing Face joined by Salute. Those three with good speed, and they quickly clear the field. Mordejai is next. Center of Time, Scanlon, and Can We Be Together? Then Sword of Justice and Cloth. This is a trailer in the field of 9. So it's a rush job early as Nick and Nothing Face battle heads apart with Salute. Those three have 2 lengths on Mordejai, Center of Time, another 2 back to Scanlon, and Can We Be Together? Sword of Justice and Cloth bring up the rear. It's about 8 lengths first to last. We have a new leader up the backstretch, and that leader is Salute. He sticks his neck out hard ahead of Nothing Face and Nick. Those three have cleared the rest by 5. Then Center of Time, who picks up a spot, Mordejai. Scanlon is well back today. Then Can We Be Together? And the others are out of it. Around the far turn, and Salute increases his lead. Nick is trying to hold on. Nothing Face is done now. Center of Time up into 3rd, Mordejai. Scanlon is rolling now, slicing between horses, and they're into the stretch. Salute and Nick in a grudge match today. Center of Time tries to range up on them. Center of Time joins them. Salute, Nick, Center of Time outside, and the winner is going to be Center of Time. He's pulling away. Center of Time will take the Baltimore Special. Scanlon got up for 2nd. Close between Nick and Salute for 3rd. The official winner is Center of Time. He's a 4-year-old bay colt by With Kind Regards out of the Girl on Fire by Maelstrom. He is owned by Scott Island and was bred by the Steward. This is his 7th win in 11 starts. So what'd you guys think of that race call? It was okay, huh? I'm asking for a reason. The reason I'm asking is because I said, and they're into the stretch. Oh God, this call ends there. I never finished it. That's why I came upstairs in the first place, to finish the race call. So then I'm like trying to open the chart while talking randomly. Yeah. I kind of missed Scanlon rolling from the back of the pack. Yeah, today's going really well. I did ad-lib one once. It was one of the marathon races, but I had the chart open. It's easier if you have the chart open. Okay, we're good. Everybody breathe. Next up, we have the Baltimore Oaks. There are not very many animals in this race. The Baltimore Oaks has 6 horses in it, but they were very nice 6 horses. I own 2 of the horses in here. I own number 2, Double Smitten, who's coming back to me as a broodmare that I bred, and then I own Ghost Walker, who actually ran last week in the Louisville Oaks. I bought that horse for, I think, 5-ish off of Bill Outsilver when she was a 2-year-old. But that's like spoilery alerty. I should start with the number 1 horse. Hey, look! The admin was listening to me whining about the days of the week, and bam! Now they're in our past performances. I love that. Okay, sorry. People forget that I'm doing all the talking or whatever. Okay, number 1 on the rail is See You Sometime. This is a very rare horse that when I bred her, I wanted to keep her really badly. I was hedging on keeping her for a long time, whether or not I should keep her as a broodmare or sell her. I love the female family. She's by Paramount out of Sky Lovely, which I think makes her a have to. Oh, you can't click. You can't click on Siren Dam in the past performances. How useless. Okay, so I think it makes her have to keep her promise. But she's from that family. This is a filly that Pete Vela ended up buying for $1.3 million, which it's not like I'm very happy Pete has her, but I kind of hope that since I wanted to keep her, she'd go for like $10 million, so I get something good out of it. She's won 3 of 4 starts. He was very careful with her and all of his horses this year, getting them very fit. This filly is coming out of a grade 1 win week 3 in the, or grade 2, sorry, week 3 in the Lost California Stakes, which is our equivalent of the Lost Virginia Stakes, which is actually grade 1 in real life now. She earned a 94 for that effort. I'm not entirely positive why after 3 straight wins and 2 stakes she did not go to the Louisville Oaks. Louisville Oaks. Pete, any explanation on why she didn't? it's possible she might not have gotten in. Anyway, her highest speed figure in life has been a 94, and that was 3 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago. Math is hard. And that's enough about the wonderful See You Sometime. Next up is Double Smitten. Owned by Izzy Rafferty, this is a sword half-sister to Our Lion's Real amongst a whole bunch of other animals. Oh, sorry, I guess you guys can hear the xylophone in the background. Yeah, I'd get up and close the door, except for that I'm the MC. So anyway, this filly is coming off a nose win in the Chicago Oaks over Diamonds and Roses and also travels in time. And if memory serves me, at least one, if not both of those horses win different races tonight. Before that, Double Smitten lost the Silver Bullet Stakes to Eye of the Storm, who is also in tonight. She did win her first 2 starts. Her siblings are all amazing. Who else is she a sibling to? Let's find out. Shindo Falls, who is the dam, has produced Our Lion's Real, Oncoming Storm, 2 $5 million earners, and then 2 millionaires in Cruising Speed and Editors. There's some pretty serious money going on there. Okay. Next up, we have Adorn for the lovely Nina Olson. This is Nina's Father Ralph filly out of Wearing the Roses that she got from the Olympics. This filly is coming off a second place finish by a neck to Faithfully, who honestly I kind of thought would show up in this race. She has not won since week 14 of last year, but look at the 3 horses that beat her. Faithfully, Halliday, who was maybe the favorite last week in the Oaks, and Let It Go, who was probably actually the favorite last week in the Oaks. She has yet to, really step up against Grade 1 company, but if you want to do it, this is definitely the day because most of the fillies ran last week, so this race is always a little bit light. Next up, we have Eye of the Storm, and this is the 3-year-old half-sister to Heart of the Storm. Hey guys, guess who's going to stay in training next year and not retire so we can breed to him? Heart of the Storm! Not yay, because I really wanted to breed like all my mares to him, so that was disappointing news because he's like 100 now, or 5 or 6 or something. Eye of the Storm is coming off a 3rd place finish in the SoCal Oaks, which knocked her out of the Louisville Oaks, but before that she did win 2 Grade 2s in a row, and her maiden race with a 95 speed figure. Hey guys, I just reloaded my PPs and I can click on Sire and Dam. Amazing! Next up we have Calamity Jane. Wait, I own this one too. This race is full of my horses. Calamity Jane is a doctor half-sister to... nobody. She's a doctor filly out of 500k earner Fairy Murmur. And this filly is named after a song I like. And she's coming off a win in the Raymundo Cup over Dream Away and Knuckleball. And I know that Knuckleball returned to win a Grade 1 over the boys on Monday. So that race is live. This filly has won 3 of 5 starts. And because she's by doctor, she probably likes this race. Next up, we have the final horse in the field, which is Ghost Walker for Bill Outsilver. She broke her maiden with a 95 speed figure. I love what Bill Outsilver does with his breeding program. He has these, no-name stallions like Bittersweet Me that he breeds a bunch of fillies from and then sends those fillies to, like, really nice sires. And he gets these amazing young horses that are always good, like week 10 Monday in the Claimers and week 10 Friday. I love watching the Bill Outsilvers run. So this one debuted with a 95, so I bought it. Then I gave it back to Bill to continue racing. She won 3 in a row. She has not won since then. She did run last weekend in the Louisville Oaks, but she kind of didn't run. She finished 8th in that spot and only with a 72, so why not run her back if she's very sound? Sounds like a good plan to me. And it's post time for the Baltimore Oaksy thing. $29,000 in the betting pool. I was checking to see if I wrote the call. They're racing in the Oaks. See You Sometime bobbled the break. Fast start for Ghost Walker. She shows speed to get to the front end, joined by Adorn. Then Calamity Jane. These 3 lining up with See You Sometime back 4th. Double Smitten runs 5th, a length ahead of the trailer, Eye of the Storm. They're sweeping into the first turn, and Ghostwalker is pressured hard by Adorn, with Calamity Jane prompting the pace too. See You Sometime is settled, watching that group go, then Double Smitten, and Eye of the Storm is the trailer. They're rolling up the backstretch, Ghostwalker and Adorn side by side. Calamity Jane has done enough of that and takes back third for a breather. See You Sometime 3 lengths behind her, and a good 4 lengths ahead of the closers, Double Smitten and Eye of the Storm. They're into the turn now, and Adorn has her head in front. Ghostwalker is pressed hard to keep up, and here comes See You Sometime passing Calamity Jane. Eye of the Storm is starting her run. Double Smitten has dropped out last, but she's not too far away. Top of the stretch, and Adorn is joined by See You Sometime. Eye of the Storm is coming on. Ghostwalker has something in reserve. Calamity Jane and even Double Smitten, now they're lining up 6 across the track. Adorn, See You Sometime. Eye of the Storm, they're in tight. Ghostwalker, Double Smitten between, and Calamity Jane. It's a blanket finish in the Oaks. See You Sometime's neck is out furthest. See You Sometime, she'll get the photo. Very close between the rest. Less than a length separated the entire field. The official winner is See You Sometime. She's a 3-year-old Dark Bay filly by Paramount out of Sky Lovely by East. She was bred by the steward and is owned by Pete Vela, who this filly is getting her 4th win in 5 starts. Pete, I'll buy her back. Please? So here's the official chart on this race. See You Sometime, 1 by a neck. Adorn, 2nd by a nose. Eye of the Storm, 3rd by a neck. Ghostwalker, 4th by a head. Calamity Jane was 5th, a nose ahead of Double Smitten. What? Crazy race. And next up, we have the big one of the night. It is the Baltimore Crown. 12 minutes to post. 12 horses in the race. Drawing the rail was not Art Vandelay tonight, but was Louise Bayou with Brilliantly. I'm so glad to see this horse in here because this is the race I was kind of hoping he would come back for. This is the Son of Messiah out of Chocolate. This colt, Brilliantly, has run as high as a 93 speed figure, and that was when he defeated Spectre in the Alpha Stakes. This horse ran 4th in the Louisville Derby, and to me, that's a great accomplishment because it's so hard to run top 5 in the Derby, so I was very happy with the performance. Before that, he was coming off 2 wins in a row. He's been beaten by horses like Doctor Who and The Best Man, who are all in this race, but obviously he's proven he fits right with them. The rail draw is not ideal, but I think that this horse could do it because I love him. This is how you're getting some unbiased reporting here, people. Next up, we have Kiefer. This is a kind of a long shot by Anointed out of Shindig for Susie Rydell. This horse is coming off a 2nd place finish in the Kentucky Blue Stakes. He did have enough points to get into the Derby, but instead of do that, she decided to point to here. Susie Rydell absolutely believes that this horse is going to be a future awesome stallion. She is just trying to get him one big grade 1 win, so we will all breed to him. I'm excited about this horse. I think he fits. He can run low 90 speed figures. He's never really been tested against the really big guys. When he was, that was against Addicted to Chaos, and he finished 2nd to him. So watch out for Kiefer. Next up, number 3 is Calumet. This is the horse that ran 18th in the Louisville Derby, and you rarely see those kind of horses come back again in the Crown. But why not? His pedigree says he might like it a little bit shorter by being by Easy on the Eyes out of a stay-inside mare. He won the Rivalry Stakes in his lone Derby prep, and before that, he was nowhere in the Stewards Cup Juvenile, but before that, he'd won 2 in a row, including defeated Spectre, who did win the Juvenile. So, this is Bay's 2nd horse. His highest speed figure is a 96. Watch out for Calumet. I'm petting a cat. Okay, next up we have Guide You Home. This is the horse that I have been kind of pegging to win this race all year. This is Nina Olson's homebred by Maelstrom out of a stay inside mare. So Sun Raider, who's Maelstrom's sire, won the Baltimore Crown. Maelstrom won the Baltimore Crown. Stay Inside is notorious for horses who love this distance. This horse won his first Derby prep with a 92, and then he regressed a little bit to be second in the New York, New York. He was kind of, get off my microphone! He was kind of terrible in the Louisville Derby running 15th, but I'm so glad she brought him back here. You absolutely have to. In a crop like this, why not bring him back? So, yeah. Number 5 is President Reagan. Last night I got a text that said, Scott entered his horse in the Preakness. And I was like, yeah? Why is this exciting news? Wasn't he in the Preakness the whole time? Apparently no, he wasn't. This is new. I didn't know that because duh, he should be in this race. He's the one that we're not quite sure if he is going to have distance problems or not. He ran 19th in the Louisville Derby, so that was not ideal. But before that, he won the New Orleans Derby by a neck over Tripping Billy's, who is not here, but I kind of wish he was. I talked to John Exet today that he said the reason the horse isn't here is because of his super unsoundness. That's legitimate. President Reagan did finish second by less than a length in the Stewards Cup Juvenile. He's looking for his big Grade 1 win. It'll probably happen. It could happen today. Next up is Piper's Pit, the horse that I love that Derby Danny, whatever, hates. This is another Maelstrom son out of Ice and Fire mare, so should love the distance. We have a bet going. He has to run Piper's Pit in all 3 Triple Crown races, and if he finishes 3rd or better in one of them, which did not happen in the Derby, he finished 7th, then he is going to buy me dinner, because I'm like, have faith in Piper's Pit, and he hates him. Before that, he did beat the best man in the Battle Cry Stakes and was 3rd in the Stewards Cup Juvenile. I love now he's had 2 races under his belt this year. He can run low 90 speed figures, so come on, Piper's Pit. Next up, we have our Derby winner in Eastern Westside. He's a 3-year-old gelding, the first gelding to ever win the Derby, and I'm pretty sure a gelding has never won the Crown either. Mark Branch is all excited about this horse, and a very generous, kind donor got this horse a headshot today. So that's exciting because I don't think Mark was going to be able to do that himself. Before he won the Derby in a big shocker, he actually won the Buccaneer Derby over James Dean and Talk It Round. Both of those horses I suspect will be back week 9, 2 weeks from tonight. But he's a nice horse. He broke his maiden against winners with an 81. He was running with the incorrect equipment until the Derby, and he is blissfully now insured because for the 3 hours after the Derby when he wasn't insured, I was having a conniption. Next up, we have Spectre. This is the 3-year-old son of Skyfall, another Maelstrom. Oh my gosh, how many Maelstroms are in this race? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. That's a lot. 5 out of 12 are Maelstroms. That's too many. I need to talk faster. Spectre, he finished 17th in the Louisville Derby, so the 15th, 17th, 18th, and 19th place finish Can you still hear me? Sorry. Can you hear me? Blah. Can you hear me now? Ugh. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh. Now you guys say yes, like 2 minutes later. Okay, here's the problem. I know that it cut out, and thank you to the 9 people that texted me. I knew it cut out. But then somebody said something like back. Like maybe they're back or something. So I thought they meant I was back, so I just kept talking about the rest of the horses, and it was nice of me. I did a really good job. Just clap. I'm just going to call this race because I'm done. All of you. Not you guys. You guys are fine. I'm done with the computer. Well, someone should have said I left again. No one told me that part. Okay, let's just call this race, because this day clearly needs to just nope. $90,200 in the betting pool, a field of 12, going to the post for the Baltimore Crown. They're off in the Baltimore Crown, and Brilliantly stumbles. Bad break for Brilliantly on the rail. Eastern West Side is step slow. Doctor Who as well, but he's hustled up now and runs for the lead. The Best Man right there to his inside, and here's Spectre between them. These 3 move off, and then comes Spellbound, Kiefer, Guide You Home, Piper's Pit, Calumet, Brilliantly, Addicted to Chaos, Eastern West Side, and President Reagan trails the dozen. They're sweeping through the turn. It is the Best Man who is drawn clear by a length. Spectre tracks him willingly with Doctor Who back third. Spellbound is fourth, followed by Kiefer fifth. Guide You Home alongside Piper's Pit, Calumet, Brilliantly, Addicted to Chaos, Eastern West Side, and then President Reagan, and they're starting to string out now with the Best Man and Spectre widening on Doctor Who. Spellbound has 4 lengths on the rest. Kiefer, Guide You Home, Piper's Pit, Calumet, Brilliantly starts his move, Addicted to Chaos, then Derby winner Eastern West Side, who needs to get going, then comes the Gipper. They're rounding the far turn, and the Best Man's lead is sliced down as Spectre comes after him. These two will be joined again. Doctor Who roused and not going on, and here's Kiefer making up ground. Spellbound then Brilliantly with a sustained rally. Guide You Home, Piper's Pit, and Addicted to Chaos coming on. Nothing yet from Eastern West Side, and they're into the stretch. The Best Man and Spectre heads apart. Kiefer up third, Brilliantly, then Doctor Who and Addicted to Chaos is coming on, but we're down to 4. The Best Man and Spectre, Kiefer and Brilliantly. They're closing in, but the Best Man has more in the tank. The Best Man scoots clear once again. Spectre can't get to him. Brilliantly is flying, but the Best Man will take the Black-Eyed Susans back to Canada for the first time in 5 years. Close between Spectre and Brilliantly for second. Kiefer held on for fourth, and then Addicted to Chaos. The official winner is the Best Man. He's a 3-year-old bay colt by Maelstrom out of Bride by East. He is a homebred for Xander Zone, who is getting his first Triple Crown race win. Will the trend continue 2 weeks from tonight? Or will Danny Derby win his 3rd Long Island Classic in a row? He's gonna try. That concludes today's very failure broadcast, but I do have some prizes to give away. I'm going to not give them away with my voice because that's clearly not going that well. Okay? Okay. Stick in the chat. Prizes coming at your face. I don't even know how to turn this off.